Hey! Okay, today is DID Awareness Day. It's not actually today. I'm filming this 2 days beforehand so that way, I don't get anxious about it and I can just celebrate the day. But I really take DID for granted and just having it because it's like, most days I miss being normal. And I was never, like, and what I thought was single brained and not having multiple personalities. I wished that my life was like that again. I wished that I was 19 again, 18, just without alters, without a debilitating mental health disorder. But, I'm coming to terms with the fact that I have this. I mean, even when you're diagnosed with anything, you're like, you don't process it all within like 10 minutes. It takes a while. And for me, it's been taking a long, long, long time. Even though I see the alters, I don't see them, but it's like, I see what they write to me, like in a journal, or what they draw, or I hear their thoughts. It's like, I understand that they're there, and it's like, it's amazing. I've just had a hard time, processing this because I've lived my life for 20 years knowing that thinking that I am just me, single, just I, Kira, and then come to terms with now that I have 26 alters. I'm I've only lived this life that knowing that I have alters for almost 10 months, and that's just wild to me. It's been a life-changing experience, but I'm truly grateful for what they've done to me, how they've helped me get through a lot of shit when I was a kid. So, and they helped me get through shit now. I didn't know any of the trauma that happened to me. I don't even know all of it now. I don't know, not even half of it. I probably know 15% of it, really. I know broad situations, but I don't know any details. I only know some, but again, I'm never going to go into it on here. I'm just grateful, really, that they've saved me, but it's unfortunate that they've had to live through the trauma and I didn't. So, I mean, obviously I wouldn't want anyone to live through what they had to live through, what this body had to live through. But it's amazing that they saved me. It's just unfortunate that they had to go through it, that we had to go through it. So it's amazing that we have this, but it's also, I hate when people say it's amazing because it's really, it's inspiring, and it's truly a miracle. It is a miracle that this disorder exists, that the brain copes with trauma in so many ways, and this is the way that my brain decided to cope with the trauma. It's a miracle. I will tell you that, and that is the only compliment I think I will ever, it's not even a compliment, it's a fact. That is the only thing that I will ever take from someone. I don't want to hear I'm sorry, because, listen, you have no idea what I went through, and no amount of I'm sorry's can fix this. Just be here for me, and that's it. I don't want to hear that. That's amazing. Honey, you've no the fuck idea what I lived through, so it's not fucking amazing. Okay, let me tell you that. I had to go through a lot of shit in order to be who I am today, who we are today. So it's a miracle, but it's not amazing. It's amazing now. I can say that it's amazing, but it's really hard. It's really fucking hard. But it's amazing that now I have people to connect to in my brain that gets what I went through, because no one else, I can talk to my fucking friends and I can be like, yeah, this fucking happened to me as a kid. They don't get it. I don't tell any of my friends though, because it's I don't want to put that on anyone, but they don't get it. No one gets it. And that's not, I'm not complaining about that, and that's totally okay, because it's my business, and I don't want to put my business on anybody else, because that's not your problem. It's my problem, and that's okay. And I can relate to my alters because they've lived through what I had to live through. So, we can all, that's I do group therapy in my head sometimes, it's just exciting. I don't know. But I can't believe this is 5 minutes. I feel like I've been talking for 20. And that's what happens also. It's like my time, it's not amazing. I'll tell you again why it's not amazing. I lose my fucking mind because I just lose track of things. I'm like, again, I feel like I've been talking for 20, but it's only been 5 minutes. And I'm like, what? Like, where am I? And then other days, I'm like, oh, it's been a whole day. It feels like it's only been 3 hours. It is amazing, but I don't like it when other people say it's amazing. I like to say it's amazing. Because really what happened to me, you only know the good side. You only know the altar side. You only know the fun side. Having altars, how they perceive time, senses, all that. You only know all of that. You don't even know my altars. You don't know the bad stuff. And once you learn the bad stuff, you're going to be like, no, this is not amazing. That's why I don't share the bad stuff, because I don't want to bring people down. And I don't want a pity party. But even if I did share the bad stuff, it wouldn't be a pity party. It's literally just informational. But I'm not doing that because that's my private information. And that's why I'm not sharing alters' names, ages, and sexes, and like critical traits of them, because that's, again, my private information and their private information. They don't want to they don't want it all out on the internet because that makes us really vulnerable. The fact that I have DID in general and I'm putting that on the internet is that just opens the door to vulnerability right now, and that's okay. This is the part that we're okay with sharing. But life with DID is very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. And I'm just saying, I'm just sitting here, you guys can look at me and just say, wow, it's so cool that she has altars. And it is, but that's not the reality of it. The reality of it is reliving the trauma every day and just having nightmares upon nightmares. And again, it's not a pity party, but I just need you guys to understand what I go through every day. And I'm not, telling you, I'm not giving you all the information, because you guys only know, a piece of it. You'll only know a piece of it. And when I feel more comfortable, I'll open up more. But, I just want to be seen as me, not the girl who has altars, not Kira and 26 altars. I just want to be seen as me, and that's nice, because I don't want to be known for my trauma. I don't want to be known for the first I shouldn't say that, but the first more than half of my life of abuse. So I'm a different person than I was back then. I'm 26. Not just me, but I am all of us. Okay. I don't know where I'm going with this really, but I don't know. It's just a nice rant to go on. And it is wonderful to have DID. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm just being realistic. They know how grateful I am. They know how hard I work for them, because without them, I would know what happened to me. I would remember everything, and it would be impossible to deal with. That's why they're created. It's they know how impossible it is, and a child's brain can't process trauma like that. So that's why it comes out older, when you're older, in adulthood, because that's when the brain's developed enough to be able to process the trauma that happened when you were a kid. Because kid brain cannot fucking process shit. And that's okay, because kid brain is kid brain. Adult brain is adult brain. That's why there's 30 years difference. Okay? But again, I'm no scientist. I'm no psychiatrist. I'm no DID doctor. But I just got it. I just got DID, and I'm just living with it, And that's just the facts. So, yeah. And I just wanted to tell you guys, it is DID Awareness Day, but for me, it's just a day that I am learning to accept myself again. Because I have to wake up every day and accept myself, because I am grieving the life that I used to have. I'm grieving the girl who went to school. I'm grieving the girl who got into college, the girl who could work. I can't do those things right now. And it's just, it makes me really upset that like all of my friends can do all this shit and that I can't. And I feel it is a disability. I could get on disability, but I choose not to because I want to be independent and I want to work hard, and it keeps me motivated to just keep going and keep like trying different things and pushing myself and pushing my boundaries, because I want to be able to like I want to accomplish big things for myself, and things that my therapist, I know I can't accomplish right now, but I will accomplish eventually. Because you fall once, you get back up, fall twice, get back up. I just keep getting up. I want to keep getting up. Because this is it's not a low, but I definitely acknowledge it as a big hardship the biggest hardship I've ever had to deal with in my life. But I have faith that I can live successfully with 26 altars and go to a job, go to work, go to school, and have a family. I can do this shit. As long as I keep working hard and keep using my skills and obviously, processing my trauma and such. DID Awareness Day is just a day for me to accept that I have DID. It's okay. Just allow myself to be okay with the fact that I have DID, that I am normal, that everyone struggles, and this is my struggle, and that's okay. Everyone has different struggles, and some things hold you back in life, and this is something that's been holding me back, but it's okay. Like, I always felt that, okay, this is a little bit vulnerable, but I was like, no one's gonna want to date someone with DID, because no one wants to date someone that has so much trauma. And I understand that my shit's my shit, You're gonna date me if you like me, like, that's not something to hold. Like, if someone's not gonna date me for my DID, that's, it's kind of shitty. But but also, like, everyone has their own preference. If you don't want to date someone with DID, that's okay. Because no one's making you. And I understand everyone has different preferences, and everyone can handle so much. Like, anyone can handle what they can handle. And it's like, if I found someone to accept me for me, that's great. My last boyfriend accepted me for who I was, and it was amazing. And I was like, I wish that he had a normal girlfriend. When in reality, I am normal. I am normal. My brain functions normally. My brain copes normally with trauma. My brain coped. My brain went through a really bad thing. A lot of bad things. But I'm normal. And that's okay. I have DID, and that's okay. I can live an average lifestyle. And I just don't want people to look at me differently. Yes, I have DID, but I'm still normal. I don't switch in front of anyone. I only switch at home. Because I don't feel comfortable switching in front of people. That's super vulnerable. And I don't want people to judge me. And I don't want people to hurt me. I just want to be me. I want to be the old me I want to be the old me on the outside with the new me on the inside. Because I've never changed. I just found out a few things about myself, really. So, I don't know. This is just, like, I guess a ramble about how I should learn to accept myself with having DID, because it's really hard. It's a really hard life change. It's a big life change. And it's like, imagine you wake up one day and you have, I didn't just jump to 26 altars. I started out with 3. But imagine waking up and you have 3 altars. You're like, shit, I have people living in my head that can talk to me. And then it just, every single week it got more and more and more. Like, another altar. And you're like, how am I supposed to live? And I've done it. This is just also for me to say, 10 months ago, I was like, how am I going to survive this? And I survived. So, yeah, that's actually amazing. That's pretty big. So, and I just want you to know also, it is DID Awareness Day, but every day is Mental Health Awareness Day. Sorry, I stuttered. DID is not the worst mental health condition. Don't think that. Don't think because I have DID, your mental health condition is inadequate, because it's not. Every single hardship in life, oh my god, look at that, it's so wonky. Every single hardship in life is difficult. And what I believe, I saw this once at a thrift shop, and I completely, like, it almost made me break down crying, because it was something that I just needed to hear, because I was like, how am I going to handle this? How am I going to handle all this fucking trauma? How am I going to handle everything that life's giving me right now? Because it's so much, it's so fast. And I don't know how I'm going to survive all of this, because first, like, it's just, I was just like, this is too big, too fast. What's going on? And I saw this in the thrift shop. It was a little baby plaque. It was this big. And I didn't buy it because it didn't fit, like, my aesthetic. But it said, if it was handed to you, like, if it's handed to you, you can handle it too. Something like that. It's so fucking dumb. But I was like, yeah, if I'm handed it, I can handle it. There we go. Just fucking remember that. And I was like, fuck yeah, I can. And I wake up every day and I'm just like, fuck yeah. It was handed to me, and I can handle it. I mean, granted, it was kind of forced on me, but I can handle it, you know? And that's what we're built for. We're built to be stronger every day and just, shit, you know? Achieve our goals and keep going. Okay, so I'm going to stop because this was like 17 minutes, really long. Sorry. I'll make a shorter one, maybe. No, I won't. This is where it's going to stop. But yeah, I just wanted to talk, because having DID is really hard, and it's not all it's made out to be. It's not great sometimes, and that's okay. Hardships are okay. I'm okay, and I'm still normal. I'm still normal. I'm not a circus monkey, because I always thought I was a circus monkey, and I was like, I don't want to be a circus monkey. I was like, people only want to hear about my DID, and like, I just want to be me. I just want to live my life. I still want to be like Kira, and not what happened to me. Yeah. So, happy DID Awareness Day. This is what goes on. And just accept everyone for who they are, really. Like, it was hard. It's still hard to accept myself for who I am, because it's so different than who I was a year ago. But it's okay, and I'm learning. This is a huge learning experience. Just saying. Everything's a learning experience. No matter what you go through, it's all learning experiences. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end this video now because it's so fucking long. Bye!